Hello, my name is Steve Haft, and I'm a partner with Pivotal Advisors. Oftentimes we are asked, what is fractional sales management? My question back, and oftentimes is, well, what are you looking to solve? What I mean by that is not to be callous or dismissive, but really when we look at an organization, we try to look at it holistically. So we'll ask a few questions and we'll find out quickly that you've never had a sales leader before. You're a small business and you're looking to grow, you're looking to go to the next stage. Oftentimes there's fear, trepidation, maybe doubt, or maybe you've been burnt in the past with hiring a sales leader and it didn't work out. You didn't know if you needed a player or coach. We'll often take a look at that and evaluate, and if we think a fractional sales manager intermittently for the next few months works to build it and scale it, we'll look at adding a fractional sales leader. Another area that people call us and they ask what fractional sales management is maybe they've had a sales leader that has recently left or departed, or they had to replace, and there's a gap. When there's a gap and there's no leadership in place, and if you have salespeople that are expected to change their daily behaviors or drive an activity or drive any kind of metrics that you're tracking, it's very difficult. CEOs jump back in that role, or an operations person does, and things really kind of stall out and go stagnant. So oftentimes we'll come in and help there. Another area is just sales are stalled in general. So we'll go in and we'll evaluate, we'll look at the organization, we'll look at the sales team, look at the sales leader, absolutely give that sales leader the benefit of the doubt, try to teach them the things that are important. But if things just aren't working out, sometimes the organization has to make a call, and we'll come in and be the fractional sales leader. So what that looks like is we really come in and we design and implement systems and processes for the organization. A lot of the things are in our heads. They maybe are in documents, what we call hidden gems or hidden documents that people are using across the organization, but they're not collaborated. So behind every fractional sales manager that we have that's in place, there's many consultants behind. We're building tools, we're building systems, we're building job profiles, sales process matrices. We're taking a look at all the tools and resources that you may use and collecting those. We really set that weekly direction. We'll come in and have the one-on-ones, the daily huddles. We'll have a lot of the meetings, what I call a lot of soft skills and management, and to drive those daily behaviors. And really, we don't like to use the word accountability because some people look at it as a negative. So we're really looking at working on the daily behaviors, and we call it really three things. What are the daily activities, the leading indicators, and lagging indicators. Most organizations look all the way to the end and they look at the lagging indicators, which is your revenue, your close rates, your average deal sizes. We go all the way back to the beginning and say, what are the daily activities they're doing? Those are the areas where our sales leaders really focus and really shine. Then we have to develop the skills of the salespeople. So we're coming at it with an approach of really teachers, mentors, helping people get really good at their skills. CEOs, owners of organizations, general managers are always looking at us as experts and saying, what is our business going to do in the next month or the next quarter? So we really help refine and reforecast. Oftentimes we've been in situations where a previous sales leader used to forecast $5 million a month when the forecast should have been maybe $2.5 million, or the forecast could have been up to $7.5. So we really try to drive into those forecasts so you have a peace of mind that we're getting accuracy, so we know where to make our best investments later. And then as we're looking to scale, we may have to hire people. I was working with a client recently that had previously hired almost 20 salespeople. 19 of those salespeople burnt out in less than a year. So working with that client over a couple-year period, we hired, I think, maybe 12, and the majority of them stayed and they're doing really well. Then when we take a look at, we get a team in place, we get those systems and processes, there's an extraction point. We have to pull ourselves out. Our job and our goal isn't to be in there forever. Our job is to set up all those systems and processes and get the right people in place, and then hire a really competent leader to run that system, to enhance it, and to go. So the outcomes are you have increased revenue, you have better close rates, you have a more predictable and sustainable forecast, something you can look at with credibility. You get a designed sales management system, a program that your new sales leader can come in and work through. I use the analogy oftentimes, if you go into a bookstore, if you go into the bookstore, you see all these books on sales and how to sell. And you go around the other side of the bookstore and you see all of these books on management. But there's only one or two out of those thousands of books that talks about sales management. So our sales leaders are really behind the 8 ball. They just don't have the skills. So we leave those systems and processes in place, and ideally we like to coach them those sales leaders in the future. So our job is to build a legacy, have a great sales leader to run the system. And so we want to make that effective and really smooth, seamless transition to the new leader, and then help them and coach them. We feel if we add value, we'll always add value to you as a client. We've had some clients that have been with us for the 12 years and for as long as we've been in business, and we've had some that have worked with us for an intermittent time. So we always leave it up to the client to what level of engagement they want to work with us. Our job is to provide you the best advice possible from our assessment of the situation. I hope you consider fractional sales management. We'd love to have a conversation with you. Please give us a call, email us, find us any way possible. We really enjoy the conversation, and at least share a few best practices and ways that maybe enhance your business today. Thank you, and have a great day.